Greetings, how are you today? Well, at this, I would say, lunar time, I hope all is well. May all continue to be well. For those who be on, and may you be well, your family be well also. It was on my mind of expressing why I do my life at such a moment as this. Well, my spirit family wanted me to relate to you viewers. It's because after energy clears of all the other readers who putting all their other readings out, they all bombarding the energy waves and the frequencies at the moment of their uploading their videos and doing their lives. So my family orchestrated or guide me into doing it around this moment. I will need for you so you understand. Doing it about this time. Let's have a thing with, time. I could say soul moment, which is sun, or luna, which is moon, sun and moon. I see you next moonrise, or I see you next sunrise. That's just how I say it. I like being different. Saying or being what's comfortable for me. Well, after that's being said, I am I am the emperor, and I'm here to channel messages as well as pull cards. And I was hesitant on doing little as far as love. I don't do tarot. I'm not allowed to do tarot at the moment because to do tarot it's it's a skill. I am not taking that away from tarot readers. My friend, real close friend, who shares soul mission with mine, who our mission intertwined. She's amazing. It's a skill. It's a skill, and I tried to do it, but my spirit family said, just put this tarot away and just do oracle cards, and because they don't have, the moment to teach me how to do the tarot. I'm familiar with the tarot, but as far as pulling, and it's a skill. It's a skill, but I enjoy doing oracles because I like delivering messages. And as I was saying, I was refraining from doing love and you know that type of reading. I have cards I can do. I have the Kipper deck, and I have the Oracle Energy, you know, cards. But it's something occurred to me because the incident, happened, you know, around establishment, which I'm at the moment. I'm at my nephew's house. I've been hanging out with him because I can come over here. He let me come in the room and I can be quiet and, sit up in the room because I'm in transitions of doing other things in my personal life, which I'm setting up. That's gonna really be, established. So I come over here. Well, usually in my other videos, you can see I was at the park. When I get off work, I like going to the park and relax and have lunch. Spend time with myself, which I love doing. Well, it was concerning relationships, and I looked at the people that that's around me, that's in relationships, and I look at how they interact with one another, and I really got to say that in a lot of forms, it's quite toxic. Seriously, it's quite toxic. You know, um, I've been a hermit mode for a while. Doing my spiritual awakening, my transforming, my transition, my ego death, and, you name it, I have went through it. So I now have I'm being rewarded and congratulations by being initiated by my ancestors and ascended masters And when I say my ancestors was never human. And my ancestors are, when I say that my ancestors are ancestors of other ancestors, they were never humans. They never ever existed in human forms. And they wanted me to do this as far as on relationships and experience what I dealt with in relationship learning karmic lessons and karmic relationships, which I am glad I went through because did I go through something. I'm trying to tell you. I cried for a whole month. And my dark night and ego death and something else I can't remember. I was going all through that at one time. It was like I was being torn apart inside out, outside in, up, down, and right. And it was to the point that my family thought that I was ready, that I needed to be committed. And I really didn't know what I was going through because my spirit family didn't reveal to me. It's just that my friend who I'm close with, she pulls cards. You know, they gave the message to her to give me because they wanted me to experience it. She said, well, friend, this is what's happening to the such and such. And she said, I'm here with you. And she said, I'm here with you. That's what she said. And it was a lot. And I'm glad I'm able to, have this platform to speak on stuff like that. And people can leave your comments and whatever you went through, we can, share it. I would like to know what you're going through because I enjoy conversating on, things with spirituality, spiritual awakening and, the experience that people have. I really enjoy hearing that. I really enjoy listening to that. At work, people talk to me. They be like, you're a good listener. I like to hear, what people went through and just, and then look at you and see you still standing and like, well, I say, well, if you went through it for a reason and it built you, because look at you now. It made you who you are now. But in dealing with relationships now, you must start with yourself first. Have a relationship with yourself. In a previous video I did with the evening before concerning, self-love, self-care, self-preservation, being selfishness, taking care of you first. Because I always tell my boss and just other people, and as far as me, and now I have learned and created boundaries, is that it's good to give out, but when the time comes for you, what you give out, you're expecting the same thing. Well, that's like the sun expecting the moon to give the light back to the sun. When the sun is the one that produced the light, and the moon absorbs and reflects it. It's that you're producing, as they say, you sharing your light with others, and you come up with, well, I'm hoping that they give the light back to me. When you were their source of light, it was you who were their source of light. But in giving too much of your light, it drains you because you're too busy expecting for them to reciprocate the light back to you. You create expectations. Expectations causes disappointment because you created that. And you expect to find it in others when you couldn't even, when you were unable to tap into that of your own self. So in learning that, of dealing with self, it acquires you to start gaining the wisdom, the awareness, and the know-how of starting to allow people to show that quality that you have built, an ingredient that you know, the seed that you know that you have, cultivated, to be able to see that in others, because And cultivate, when I mean that, is that the seed that you cultivated in others is because now you put the seed in people into how they are to deal with you as you are dealing with them. Yes, ma'am. Keep talking. Yes. In previous videos, you will hear me conversating with my spirit family. They will come through their channel. But in me speaking, this is wisdom. This is from my experience and what I have learned. So I'm speaking to you from my personal experience and what I have learned and seeing it from a higher perspective. Forgiving the person, not knowing that they were my lesson. You know, it's like going to school, learning a lesson that you need. You had a bad experience in school. I mean, in the classroom, but it ain't the lesson of the class that you had experienced. It's the people that you have encountered that caused the classroom to be of a bad experiences in which you have came across, encountered. There you go. Thank you. So, I hope you don't feel that I'm running off, but this is what this platform is for. It's like I am. I have gone through a a spiritual journey to where they allow me to have tap into a wisdom to deliver a message in a strategy in which it's like a cheat code for the viewers of this platform and those I come across or those I'm around. I was willing to go ahead and go through it to learn what it is to learn and to come across what it is to come across. And in return, the universe and the divine beings of the universe, the guardians, the council, all in which is just in levels in which humans have no concept. There's no movies, no nothing have reached this far of that concept in which allowing me to come through and create this platform to teach humanity so that there needs to be a balance on this planet. And along with other light workers who working outside of what I'm doing and doing their thing. Light workers, earth angels, and star seeds and so on. So, just divine beings who come and volunteer to help humanity. Because humanity needs help. Humanity needs help. That's one of the whole purpose of creating divine beings, guardian angels, and let me say this. This just hit me. When we tell them, perfectly said, archangels will never, ever, ever incarnate in human form. That's what not archangels will not do that. So anyone who's saying they are Michael, Raphael, or whoever incarnated, they are incorrect in what they're saying. Archangels will not ever incarnate in human form. There are other divine beings that you would say that are angelic, of higher dimensions and higher realms. They will volunteer to come in human form, which you all call light workers, earth angels, star seeds, whatsoever. They come here and volunteer or be assigned to come here in human form to help humanity. You would not ever come across a archangel doing that. I could tell them, yes, ma'am. Be for real and how I tell them. They're liars. They're liars. You say incorrect is too modest. They're liars. Yes, ma'am. Yes, the truth need to be told. Yes, ma'am. Don't hold back on what I tell them. You got me here for a reason. Reveal and untap what? What was fantasy about? That wasn't what you was talking about. Tell the people that they need to stop lying to them. Archangels are rare forms of divine beings. We are on levels of which humans cannot comprehend. They fantasize about them. They know little or nothing to what's being told. Humans create a fallacy to glorify what? A being that had no part in human makeup. We guard life forms of all angles. We just correct those who get out of place. Humans in particular, because they get out of line. Which is why you sent me here to do this channel, to tell them like it is. The cards are irrelevant though. The message is more important. We need you to reveal the true light of the world, in which what man can see what? That love really exists. Yes, ma'am. Read the cards. Don't start with Kipper. Angel cards. The angel cards. Explain some more about what? How relationships don't work at the right time when they're not supposed to. People force them. Love isn't rushed. It's what? It's an active energy of patience. You graduate. You graduate in unconditional love. You graduate with unconditional love. Where humans need to find that in their heart. Their heart holds the light of the world. It's a beacon of what? Of what? How? You know I don't question you all. We know we family, we got this thing going on, but I mean, can you rephrase that? Okay, it's a beacon that humans need to follow within themselves. Was that what? Oh, you okay? Be funny. Was that well put for you? Yes, that was. Thank you. Yeah, you knew I would like it that way. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you all. Tell them that they need to find love within themselves and stop looking for others, because others can't find it within themselves. You're going to build a relationship on what? On tattletale what? Oh, on fantasies that humans cannot live up to. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell some more. Secrets destroy relationships. Humans always feel they gotta have one up on. Humans always feel they gotta have one up on the other. It's a defense mechanism. Not only are you protecting your heart, you what? You forcefully leading somebody. which causes intentions to be what? Misleading. Yes, ma'am. Pull some cards. You want oracle cards first? Angel guide cards. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The reading can come. The reading what? Useless. To those who live in fantasy land. They want love to be the way they perceive it. Yes, ma'am. Tell a person who watches and stop looking for love outside yourself. They've been through enough pain. Tell that person to step aside and make room for somebody else. You do got true love coming. You just hard-headed and letting go of the past. Haven't you been through enough pain? You witnessing your own death in cycles. You reliving the same story over and over. You keep looking for justice in the wrong places. Yes, ma'am. Stop looking for love like it's a dollar sign. So whoever watching, this is what they tell me to tell you. Yes, ma'am. They avoid you. They saying you avoid the truth. Even if it was a brick wall against your head, you would absorb the pain and keep going. Because you think that's a love sign. You hard-headed. You've been told numerous times. He ain't for you. He ain't for you. He's for the other lady across the street from you. Pull the card and see what it says. Thank you, friend. So whoever watching, that message is for you. So whoever watching, this card is for you. That's powerful. They're saying trust the universe, and the answer is no. Whatever you was asking. What we just told you. Oh, it said what they just told you. The answer is no. Don't mess with the bottom. Stop dancing around what? The truth. He's a hard-headed rascal. Yes, ma'am. Don't doubt yourself. Focus on your true intentions in life. You have a better chance at living your life than he do. He is destructive in his actions. Yes, ma'am. Your comfort is not a dollar sign. Yes, ma'am. Open your mind to yourself. You have a better focus on being you than pleasing others. The other cards. Clear area. Don't other the other cards. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Abuse of any form is not a relationship. It's just a torture chamber. Count the card. Or number card. This is a message for those who intend to what? Who intend to what? Improve your life for a betterment. At the expense of what? Their own hearts. Tell me some more. I heard what you said. I'm not doing it. When you tell me, listen more. Don't pull that card yet. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah? He got hurt. We hurt that man. I heard calm as a mother. Why are you telling me it's wrong? See if I can get distracted either. No, you didn't distract me. Well done. Keep the reading going. Pull the card. The angel message is for the person. See if they don't like it, that's too bad. Keep living a hard life. Wow. Okay, so whoever's watching, this is an angel number 1010. And what it says, keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scene to help you. I am patient. So whatever that message was, it's aligned with you being patient. And then you have a 29, which is 11. It says, you are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I am insightful. That's by being patient. The next one is, I am perceptive. Number 16, which is 7. It's lucky. You have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. A wisdom seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. I'm perceptive. The 8, which is the alignment in the last reading I said, is in alignment with the universal energies of abundance. And being in alignment with a karma. And that's karma on it's just the alignment of karma. So whatever karma you're putting out on that vibration of number 8 is what you receive. But it's more you stay positive, because that's what had got you there. Being positive and mindful and being aware of how you act, how you think. And that opens portals to adjacent possibilities of abundance and wealth. If you stay focused on that energy in the number 8, you will always have things that you manifest by just thoughts. And this says, I am wealthy. You are on the cusp of prosperous and abundant spiritual life. you will find numerous opportunities for success and achievement, all of which bring financial and material abundance into your life. I am wealthy. So whoever viewing this, if it resonates with you, then this is for you. But in saying I'm patient, I'm insightful, perceptive, and wealthy. By being patient and insightful, you will gain a perceptive on looking at things from now a different perspective, which will allow you to come into being wealthy. So if this resonates with you, we got 10, 10, 29, 16, and 8. Okay. This is the topic of relationship, and you're wondering what is this? See, patience with yourself and being patient with yourself, you are getting to know yourself. You starting to know your doubts. You start to know what works for you, what's right for you, what's not for you, what's best for you, who's right for you, who's not. It's the do's and the don'ts, the wills and the won'ts, and the hell no's. Definitely the hell no's. That's what you want to magnify, is that. Meaning, now you know what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. Because you've been patient with yourself. You've been, seeing how you've been putting yourself out there too far, too quick. You know, um, Creating expectations on people, places, and things, and you being let down because this is what you perceived. Wow, this is on point. Because that is what you perceived in your mind. That was your insight, being insightful. That was your insight at that moment of how you wanted that to work out. And it didn't work out that way because you lacked the patience of getting to know it, of researching, being aware and coming in the know of what you were dealing with, what you wanted, what you asked for, what you was trying to achieve, what you was trying to accomplish. You just went ahead and they said, "Fool test the water with both feet." No, you didn't think it through because you wasn't being patient. And in doing that, you get into relationships, you come across situations and matters that now it becomes a heartache, headache, pain, and misery to you because you would lack the patience in knowing what was right for you and what wasn't right for you. You just thought what was good for you. There's a difference between what's good for you and what's beneficial to and for your greatest and highest good. That's a whole different light. And that's the light you want to tap into because it allows you to create boundaries, allow you to set boundaries not only on others, it's definitely on yourself. How far you willing to go and how far you will not go. And if it compromises your value, your quality, and your worth, those are the ingredients you do not want to compromise for nothing. Nothing. Lowering your standards. Don't do that. Do the cards now. Energy cards. The Kipper. What you want to do? The wealthiness is what? It's another perception. Being wealthy is another perception of abundance, gratitude, being grateful, hopeful. Yes, ma'am. I love you all. Thank you so much. At the bottom is I am a visionary. That's powerful. Okay, what cards do you want me to pull? This is a whole different channel, people. This is a whole different channel. Even I'm learning as I'm going. Let's believe that. Let's see what's in the people's energy. Concerning relationships. The viewers. What you energy is shape on the relationship. And then give an insight on it. Use wisdom to correct this. Yes, ma'am. Valid points. And you know, relationships, they just hit me with family. You know, even with family, you look at family too as well. You know, when just look at if they toxic or if they healthy. Cause you know how you have family members, you look at them and you be like, yo, that's my such and such. It ain't like that. Even your own parents, you be like, that's my mom, but yo, you know, my dad, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, I mean, no one is an exception when it comes to setting boundaries and people that are healthier to you. Because it's all about you. It starts and ends with you. You are your own end all and be all. You are your own end all and be all. Because it's about you. It starts with you. People only treat you as much as how you allow them. You the one who left the door open. Flies came in the house. You arguing with the flies. You trying to beat on the flies, and you never really checked yourself and know that you left that door open. You got to check yourself. You know, you got to check yourself. You can't blame others. Because you don't want to be lonely. You want to be with somebody. Tired of being by yourself. And being by yourself. You didn't get to know yourself. You didn't get to learn who you are. You didn't get to find your true purpose. You didn't get to find your reasons. You know. Because you was working, going to school. You used that as a as your social coma. Use that for your social coma. I don't know where that came from. Yeah. You gotta take care of yourself, people. You gotta look out for you. No one else is going to look out for you. People love you. I mean, not saying that you don't. I'm going deeper. I'm dealing with you as an individual. When I say you gotta look out for you as an individual, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. You know, we dealing with stuff. We all deal with things. We need help. We all need help. We all need help. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Get some damn help. Who gives a damn what people got to say? As long as you get that help to help yourself. It's about bettering yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. How you going to take care of somebody else and you damaged? You know what I'm saying? Two wounded soldiers can't heal each other on the battlefield. They both bleeding out. Oh, you stitch me up, now I'll stitch you up, and we both bleeding out. You know? That don't work. That don't work. I know you like daggone, you can't be daggone cards up. That's an energy thing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You know, you gotta look out for yourself. That's why, this thing that hit me today about the relationship. Because I cut my whole family off. When I say I cut my whole family, I cut my whole family off. My siblings, all the way down to my children, I cut them off. My kids are grown. My children are grown. Because I had a clear energy. I had to empty the cup to refill it. And now that I look back in my past and how I was dealing with people and my relationship with people, I compromised myself. And if you don't catch yourself, you will become bitter. You will become hateful. You will become angry. You will become envious. You will become jealous of others when you should have checked yourself first. Maybe at the time you didn't know. I wish I knew then what I knew then. You know how they say no, it wasn't meant for you to know then. Because what you know then, you had to go through an experience so that you can now be solid on how you know it now, if that makes sense. You got what you got then to experience. You studied through the book, your math book, your English book, your science book, all the study, your courses of studying what you learned in school. Okay, you learned all that. You went through all the classes, and you went through all that. Okay, boom. Now, here's the test. What you learned out of that has to be applied on that. But here's the trick. You wasn't prepared for how the test was going to come. You knew there was going to be a test, or you didn't know there was going to be a test. But when the test did come, you wasn't prepared for how it was going to come. But you still got what you needed to get to prepare for the test. But this test requires common sense of what you learned previously that you may apply it. If that makes sense. Give them to a way which is more beneficial. All what you learn of the don'ts, when it comes to apply what you need to do, is when you do. Because you keep going through what you don't, you're the one going to end up hurt. Stop hurting yourself. Stop drinking poison because you're thirsty. Stop drinking poison because you're thirsty. When people go through periods of loneliness, it's the universe orchestrating for you to start learning to be by yourself and getting to know yourself. Because you're being guided to something that's going to better you. But it's telling you you have to get in the process of growth, change, old habits, old ways, or things you have to shed. People don't want to do that. People don't want to shed. It's like you explode, but yet you trying to hold on every piece to continue being whole. But it exploded, and you still trying to hold on to it. It went every which way, but you still trying to hold on. You say, I don't want to let it go. I'm comfortable like this. No. I like being covered in this. The universe said, no, that got to go. That bubble has to burst so you can be your authentic self. That's what I just got. So you can be your authentic self. Because it's time for people to start being their authentic self. Social media has caused people to live a false way of being. It's a sickness because it destroys people's lives. It determines, well, people have free will. So when you give your free will up, giving your free will up is like signing on the dotted line. This is what you can do with me. You're free to do this with me. Even divine beings have free will. Do you know that some divine beings be asked to come here to help humans and they said no? Because some don't believe that humans can be helped. Others believe that humans can be helped. So see, just they don't see this stuff that they don't tell people. So I'm telling you this directly because this is what I'm being told. But it's not to scare you and it's not to frighten you. Because the divine beings that are helping people, they believe that people can evolve. And people do evolve. Look all these people around here who helping people, who, inspiring people, who motivating people. And it's really affecting people's lives. People are changing, people want better. So it shows you that, people have potential. Those who willing to, and those who not. Just, well, hey, we pick the roads, we don't pick the weeds. You know. Okay, this is what the energy is, and we're gonna elaborate on it because we're talking about relationships, internet, contract. We're gonna use these cards as a catalyst to what relationships are and what they're not. This is a whole different channel. This is about messages. The thinking man in contract. It's gonna be interesting. This is the first time I ever done this. I usually do this in love readings with my friends and people. When I pull cards for myself. This is interesting. This is gonna be interesting. In your case, do that. Okay. The thinking man. And the love readings. You want me to read it so they can understand it? Which is that? Okay. And then we're going to elaborate. This is what they want me to do. Because they want you to really get a full understanding in concerning relationships. And I'm using cards that people are familiar with in other readings when it comes to love. But it's a perspective concerning love that allows you, the viewer, to determine in your relationships of what is healthy and what is toxic. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's a code to improving relationship on bettering yourself. So others can treat you how you want to be treated. All right, the thinking man is a male of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a man standing before an archway, gazing at a crystal in his hand. He is a thoughtful and reflective man, representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now or about to arrive soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides and personal or professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. But be on the lookout for this guy in the physical world and be open to his information. Learn what you can, a new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. I see why they wanted me to read this. I said, okay, because it's the thinking man. He's looking at something in his hand, and what they said he was looking at is a crystal. Yes, ma'am, a crystal. How you want to explain a crystal? It reflects light. Yes, ma'am. It is a tool of divination. Yes, ma'am. And the thinking man is thoughtful. He's reflecting. So the crystal in his hand reflects, and he's reflecting in his thoughts. Okay. So, yes. So it says, learn what you can. A new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. So since we're talking about relationship, they're not saying about the man that's coming. What they're saying is, in dealing with relationships, and that was spoken, that you're being separated from people to learn yourself, a new discipline, a technique and way in how you want people to deal with you, and how you deal with yourself, and how you deal with others, and how you interact with others. React or respond. And healing practice could change your life. Because, see, now you're creating boundaries that are healthy for you. Thank you. I love you, family. I love how you just did this. I love it. We're going to start doing this. I like that. Yes, ma'am. We're practicing a new way for you. Yes, ma'am. We're not tarot readers. Yes, sir. You're delivering messages. We see you transmitted from another world so people can change their world for betterment. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Read more. Oh, okay. Thank you. And it said this is for you to change your way of thinking. To change your way of thinking. Yes, ma'am. And that's what changes your life forever. Contract. It's just justice. It's justice. And you see the book in the book under the scale. And didn't the thinking man just say something about a course of study, a technique, learn what you can? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Read that about spiritual, mental, emotional pursuits. Or maybe, or maybe there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. Okay, so that means people will be guided to you when you start growing. That's why community is here. Wow, this is deep. This is deep. That's deep. I like how you all did this. Yes, ma'am. You will be guided to the right people. Because as you start to change and as you start to grow, as you start creating boundaries, start loving yourself and caring yourself and taking care of yourself, and removing yourself from that, from those, from people, places, things that's not beneficial to you. You start creating healthy boundaries and building better relationships, not only with yourself, but amongst other people. And those people will treat you according to how you allow them. Usually, this would be what, the Three of Cups. We're not doing that. You just heard it tell me that we're not tarot readers. And it'd be very fruitful. Yeah, I got the apples. And just something I just mentioned about use the roses and not the weed. And it's got green. They got green in their hair. She got a rose in her hair with red on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Ain't that something? Contract and community. CO. Why is CO significant? Yes, ma'am. Co-create. Co-create. Yeah, because it's 6 and 7. It's an order. You got it in order. Contract is 6, and that would be justice to you. Because once you change your way of thinking, start growing and taking care of yourself, and you have learned from previous relationships, previous encounters, and previous experiences with people, now you start being in a mindset, in an energy of now having healthy relationships, healthy boundaries with family, friends, co-workers, and all. But you got to take action. You got to take action. I hope this is useful for whoever's listening. I hope this resonates. For those who will, they will. I don't focus on that. I just cast the seeds. It ain't for me to nurture. It's for me to cast. I just like doing it. I love it. I love being able to help people. Now we're going to do the Kipper. Ooh, I really like to see how they would do this one. Because this is, I definitely love card. I would like to see how they're going to do this. We read, all right, who you pulling for the collector, who it may resonate. Yeah, relationships are unhealthy when you create boundaries. Oh, love don't hurt. Anyone who tells you love hurts is a damn lie. Excuse my expression, but I have to say that. Love don't hurt. Love do not hurt. Anyone who say that is a lie. How dare they tell somebody that love hurt? Love conquers all. And what was given to me, how love conquers all, is when you love yourself. That's why this thing is this type of relationship. After I really reflect on the people around me who are in relationships and how they deal with each other, which is why I'm so happy I am single, and I've been single for a good minute now, for some years. I had to reflect. I had to heal. I had to shed skin. I had to, forgive. Oh, okay, yeah. Then now we on that. And forgiving, yes, you forgive. That means you empty your cup. And they said, you got to forgive and forget. And some people say, well, I don't want to forget. No, the forget part is that you remember what experience that you had with whatever you asked for forgiveness, or whatever you forgiven. You remember that because you're going to encounter that same energy, but in a different form. But in And forgiving is that now you learn and you say, okay, well, that's what I learned, and you keep moving. You don't do it in haste. You don't do it in anger. No, you don't do that. That's not what forgetting it is. That's not what forgetting is. No, you don't forget because and not forgetting is that you remember how not to let that work whatever not to affect you in which it affects you in. Put it like that. That's just plain and simple. That's what forgetting. But love do not hurt. That's a lie. Anybody who says a lie, and they stop saying that. I'm glad I have a platform like this. And whoever don't like it, it's not my fault. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to serve my purpose. That's just plain and simple. That's just me anywhere. I love myself. I work to where I'm at. I sacrifice and in faith and trust. And basically throughout the whole tarot deck, my whole life was the Fool card. Seriously. The Hermit and the Fool card. Which I'm glad, because now that's how I became the Emperor. Okay, what you want to say to the person, the people who watch, as far as relationships in this card? Man, female. Yes, ma'am. This is some relationships. How you gonna use this card? Pathway. Yes, ma'am. Don't do that. Okay. I see main female. She has a rose in her hand. Okay, this is with this main female and concerning relationships. She has a rose in her hand, and he had flowers on the desk. There's a window of a view. She's standing up against the chair. And sitting down, she would be content. But she's standing up with a rose in her hand. Because her and the roses are value, so is the flowers. So in her knowing her value and her worth, she's standing up in her truth. So in relationships, and two is balance. So even if it's a man or a woman who's watching this, it ain't about the image of the woman. It's about the content of her character. Knowing her quality and her worth. So when you're in a relationship, know your quality, know your worth, know your value. Stand on your truth. Don't stand on your on your ego and on your pride. Stand on your truth. Because your truth is your quality, your worth, and your value. Your ego and your pride is competitive and challenging. Because you question someone else's character. So you're going to stand up with your pride and your ego versus standing on your truth, because you know your quality, you know your value, and you know your worth. And this is concerning relationships. And in doing that, the pathway, there are butterflies, which is transformation. There's a clear path into the light. That means that you have transformed, you have grown, you now at peace with yourself. That 5 and 3 is 8. Remember, I had broke down 8. That's in alignment of karma. And once you stand in knowing your value and your worth and dealing with relationships, people, places, and things, family, friends, folk, co-workers, once you start knowing your value, your worth, and standing on it, your path will be clear. The butterflies represents transformation. That you have grown, you have evolved, you have elevated, you have ascended. Now you can display your qualities, your values, and your worth. A wealthy man, that's 4. It ain't the fact of the man that's wealthy. It's now he get to utilize his qualities, his values, his worth. Because now he is confident in who he is, or being confident in who you are. And I noticed a receipt machine. And they said, show me the receipt. Now you got the receipt to your experiences, your testimony, your journey. You're clear on who you are and how you want things to be. This is how you got to be in your relationships with people, places, and things, family, friends, co-workers, even yourself. You got to apply all this on yourself. It all starts with you first. And then you can build, once you build a better relationship with yourself, then you know that how somebody's supposed to treat you. I see this is unexpected income. And yes, it is about finance and abundance. Because now you have come to the point in standing strong in who you are, knowing your qualities, knowing your value, your worth, and applying it and being strong and stable and established. And of course you have unexpected income. Because now you know what it takes. Now you done did the work. You done did what you had to do. You done cleared your energy. You removed who you needed to remove. You didn't transform. You didn't evolve. You didn't ascend. Now you a better version of yourself. If you have not come to that point, then you were unable to be in a healthy relationship, a satisfying relationship, a deserving relationship, because you ain't do the work on yourself. And that's male or female, or I don't care who you are. That's just human. The human thing to do is work on yourself to be a better version of yourself. That's why I love that I'm able to have this channel, this platform, because you have come and sat down and joined in and interacted and on a council of divine beings. They're giving you the cheat code and how to elevate and how to grow. How to better yourself and to help people. To be an example, to be a teacher, to be a helper. And after you didn't help yourself, now you can help others. You can't save them all, and nobody asks you to save anybody. That's the thing. You cannot save no one. Save yourself, and even then, it's just about bettering yourself. And people say, well, I'm not perfect. It ain't about being perfect. It's being in alignment. It's being balanced. It's being balanced. Perfection is just a cloak to have ill intentions. To, how can I put this? Give me something to think. free to be damaging. Yes, sir. Disruptive, incoherent, disobedient to the nature of yourself. Yes, man. They need a character alignment. Yeah, a character alignment. Well, are we closing this, family? To the coaching. Give them some words of inspiration. Don't leave them high and dry. Yes, ma'am. Thank you all for listening, watching. Tuning in. But I'm gonna end it with some soul coaching cards. We always gonna leave here with some inspiration, some enlightenment. That's the whole point of the channel, is to give life to people. To better ourselves. I mean, I'm grown too. I'm still growing. I'm still changing. I'm still evolving. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I want us to be better versions of ourselves. Not that I think I'm better. I want better. And this thing about relationships, even look at your children. I look at my children and I see myself in them. And the part of me that I see in them, I have worked on, I have corrected, I have, faced the demons of that part, and when I see it in them and they try to display it on me and I use the remedy, they just look at me and be like, I'll be like, that's a part of you and me that I seen that I worked on. So I give them the cheat code. So when they have another episode or they relapse, that they can apply it. I mean, that also helps you build a better relationship. Being a reflection for others, but don't be petty. Don't use it in a negative light. Use it as a resolution. It's like this. In relationships concerning yourself and others, see what is an asset and see what is a liability. Because that's how companies look at employees. Are you an asset or are you a liability? So apply that in your life. What is an asset and what is a liability? Okay, what is the soul coaching card? Is the inspiration card? Would you like to give the viewer who is watching? Yes, ma'am. Three is enough. Yes, ma'am. Don't overexert myself. Breathing is longer than we expected. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. My rest is important. Don't overexert myself. Okay, we have breakthrough. And it's a woman reaching for the sun in purple. And it says, I soar into limitless light, love, light, and joy. That means you're reaching for the light within you. It's a breakthrough. And that means you're reaching for something that is better in yourself. Now you see the better. Now you're seeing a better you. You really now starting to accept a better you. And it feels so good that you got to reach out for more. I soared into limitless love, light, and joy. The love for self, the light you see, and now the joy that you gain and that you got from it. It's a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. And you have compassion. See your hand is the love sign. Nothing but love. It's all love. It's all love. All love is compassion. The vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. Because see, now you have within, you did the work. You start creating boundaries, you start knowing your value, you start knowing your worth. You start, setting people straight in a correct way, in, how way you see fit. But I recommend and continue, working on a better version of yourself and doing that. You know, how you present yourself. I'm gonna put it like that, how you present yourself. But I can't tell you how to be, you know. But in growing, it requires to elevate and continue being a better version of yourself. Not continue when being a better version of yourself. I mean, you continue to hold on to the old you. I say that's just how I am. I'm just like that. Well, are you going to grow and be another higher version of that? You're going to continue to use that. It's about growing. It's about evolving. It's about changing. It's about transforming. It's about renewing. It's about breakthroughs. You know, and having compassion for yourself. You learn now. You start to learn what compassion is when you're looking for it, and love. You know, just but it's believing. And that same light above that flower is right above breakthrough. So you got the light at the beginning and you got the light at the end. That means that ever light that the ever light will continue to flow through you. And the flower represents abundance because you believe. And it says the best is yet to come. Because that's just a flower that's still growing. It haven't got to its full potential yet. It's still growing. And it's reaching for the light, just as this person is reaching for the light. So continue to reach for the light that's within you. As I was able to express on the beginning of this video about being a light to others. It's getting that light within you, but you must love yourself. You must care for yourself. You must take more, better care of yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. And it's all if you apply it with everything you have learned by using wisdom. And you see that person flying with that list in their hand, that's your testimonies. That's from the experiences through your journey in life. You flying with it now. You able to tell your story. All I truly need is within me. Because that's your experience. Don't nobody know your experience better than you do. Because you standing on your truth. I like how they did this cards. This is the first time I did this. I really like how my family did this. This is amazing. See, I'm still learning too. I have to get a better camera. I'm working on getting a better camera. Wow, this is amazing. So whoever you are out there who's listening, I pray, that my divine family send love, light, protection over you and your family. That all may continue to be well and nurture your pain, relieve your pain, heal you from your pain, clear the energy, separate you from karmic cycles. May your justice of karma and good reward come to you for all your diligent work, and know that your work has not gone in vain, and that all what you have done for others and you have not received in return, that may it come to you in millions of fold and limitless in abundance of windfall of rewards and blessings for you and your family, that y'all may continue to be in all in the best of health. And I thank you for looking at my channel, you know, coming to this platform, that we all can be family, unite and network to bring a better cause to this planet that was created to hold human beings, that they may inhabit and exist as beings amongst other beings. Give humans a chance to exist. And as light workers, star seeds, and other, divine volunteers are coming to the earth that continue to put forth the effort, that humans continue to grow and evolve. And you as a viewer, thank you. And may you continue to receive and accept to be a better version of yourself and grow, that you may help others, family, friends, that you become an inspiration and motivation to others. And, share your testimony. I love you, and may my family protect you and all. And thank you for coming and viewing the channel, and whatever you get from this, may it be useful and helpful. Thank you.